we're going to have a little closing, but before that, we have one more speaker. And I got to say, he's my favorite. I've introduced him 100 times. For 30 years, he's been the leading conservative in the state of Connecticut. A state senator for 10 years, the leader of the fight against the state income tax, when Lowell Weicker shoved that down our throat and ruined our state's economy. More recently, a talk show host on WELI, on COP. You've seen him on Fox News. You saw him on Bill O'Reilly kicking Chris Dodd around not too long ago. He is straight and true and with us, and I'm proud to introduce my good friend Tom Scott.
I'm delighted to be here, and let me say, this is truly a wholesome and sort of a uniquely American event. And all of you are wholesome, and your patriots and your brothers and sisters all over America are equally wholesome and patriotic. And don't worry too much about the smears and the orchestrated effort to try to demonize this movement. And don't worry about being smeared and besmirched by those misfits over at MSNBC and some of the people that they associate with. The reason they can't get away with it, and the reason you shouldn't worry about it, is because there are too many witnesses. We know better, which is why they're not going to get away with it. Now, I'm here for a lot of reasons. But the most important reason to me personally is this young guy standing next to me. I'm here for my 9-year-old son and his 5-year-old younger brother. I am truly concerned about my state's future and about my country's future in a way that I've never been before. And frankly, folks, I'm scared. I'm scared about our freedoms being chipped away at. I'm scared about our liberties being diminished, and I'm just as scared that too many young people have no idea what this is all about. If you ask the typical 18-year-old graduating senior this June where their rights come from, unfortunately, too many of them are going to say, my rights come from government. That's a scary proposition, folks, and it shows to some extent we may be losing the battle to maintain our freedom. But there's hope. There's wind at our backs. We have an opportunity this November to make a change. It may be the only opportunity we have to turn back the clock. There's been a lot said today about the out-of-control spending in Washington, about that radical who masquerades as one of us in the White House. But he's really a radical like we've never seen in the history of this country before. And there's nothing personal about that. I know that his allies in the media will have it said that we're not supposed to use terms like that. But he is a radical. No, we have to be radical in our own ways. It's either massive tax hikes or massive spending cuts. That's where we find ourselves. Now, we've heard from some great candidates here today, but we've also heard from the Master of Ceremonies. And to the extent you don't know this, the good people of Southington, Wolcott, Waterbury, and Cheshire are soon going to know that Joe Markley is running for his old state Senate seat in that district. And not only are the good people of Waterbury, Southington, Wolcott, and Cheshire proud to know that he's running, and will be when they get to know, but so are we. Because what he'll do on our behalf will not only affect the people of that district, but like what all these people do up here, every time he votes, it's going to affect all of us. And we need leaders like Joe. He's been spending a lot of time helping people all over this state, and we need to do just one little thing for Joe. He's having his official announcement on Saturday, May 1st, on the Southington Town Green at 12 noon, rain or shine. It's a beautiful little New England town green with a gazebo. There's going to be a band, there are going to be some Revolutionary War reenactors, a couple of little speeches. We're going to hear from the main man. But folks, can we count on you to do just one thing for the man that's done so much for all of us? Can you show up on May 1st at noon on the Southington Town Green and help out our friends? I want to, and Joe hates when I say this, but it's true. These folks here in Hartford are not 10 feet tall, folks. Believe me. I served with a lot of these people. 151 state reps, 36 senators, and many passed through these doors in the 10 years I was there. There were some fine people when I was there, and there are some fine people there now. But Joe is the smartest guy I ever served with, and the most principled guy I ever served with. If we had 3 or 4 people like Joe Markley in the legislature, the liberals wouldn't know how to handle them. And we would get a handle on this budget. Now here's the thing I want to leave you with. This is very simple. And the most important tool and the most effective tool that we have in our arsenal to win this revolution, to take back our state, take back our country, is a voter registration card. It's a public document. All of you can get a stack of these. You can get them from your town clerk, from your registrar, from the Secretary of State. You need to find people in your neighborhoods, in your churches, in your synagogues, people that you know in your sphere of influence who don't bother to vote because they don't think they can make a difference. Find them and register them. The folks on the other side have been using this card for years. And it's not just Acorn voting, registering dead people to vote for live people. It's also all these other organizations out there who get their people to the polls. We need to do it too, folks. If you take nothing else away from this event, here's the most tangible tool you can use to win this fight. Go out and find 25 people between now and Election Day who don't bother to vote. Sign them up, hand deliver this card, and call them up on Election Day and get them there. The next state senator from Southington, Joe Markley. Thank you, Tom.